welcome back. And today we have an exciting day. We are going to go on an adventure. What are we doing?
We are going to go camp with somebody else this time.
That's right. We're going to camp with Abel. It's another truck just like ours, and Sean and WIllow. And we're looking forward to discovering some new areas. There's a spot we saw before. It had an epic view. We hope to take you there and show you what we find.
It's a beautiful weekend for this.
Time available to meet up.
This is great. Yeah. We're really looking forward to this.
Yeah, awesome.
We camped like 3 weeks this summer here already.
Like right on the river.
Right on the river. Yeah. So Sean's gonna take off on his off-road scooter. All right, so we made this epic spot. What did you think of the road, dear?
It was kind of treacherous.
We left her at the bottom. She had to hike up. But we made it here, and there's just enough room to turn around. If there'd been anybody else here, we would have had a problem with the trailer. But we didn't make it without damage. You see our spare tire there, our tire. Look at the rim, all dented up.
Time to set up.
What's that? Home. Okay, I mentioned we were going camping, and here's who we're camping with.
I'm Sean, and this is my significant other, Willow.
And we had a good time coming up the road here. We'll get some footage of that. WIllow got to see kind of limitations of what Abel is capable of. But this is their wonderful little build. They have a bed that comes down here, some nice boat come-alongs, and some unistrut. Sean's kind of a man after my own heart, doesn't want to waste a lot of money on unnecessary things. But all of the electrical over there, you might think he's an electrician.
Don't let too many people know, then I'll get all kinds of messages.
Uh-oh, we won't tell him.
That's okay.
And all of his wonderful heavy-duty lockable.
Yep. Gladiator cabinet.
Yeah, Gladiator. And we like this shower. This is a really neat shower. Just a utility tub. It's got a base on it. And they have a nice little shower curtain set up. Really like that. And you can wash your dishes, your feet, and if you bring your cat, you can give him a bath, right?
Yep. Little dog washing or cat washing.
That's right. And over here is his charging station behind the cabinet, so he keeps everything organized. Sean likes to have things organized.
Yes,
if you watch his videos on his channel, you'll see that. He'll do it twice if he has to. All right, thanks for the tour.
Yep.
Are you getting any, Evan?
Do you like corn, Evan?
Why don't you give my hand?
I got it.
Remember I mentioned Catherine wears flip-flops everywhere she goes? Here she is, rock climbing with flip-flops on.
Whew. Nice.
was a really blessed day today. That smoke blew out of here. Sun came out, it's a bluebird day, nice clouds rolling over the mountains. So Sean knows these trucks forward and backward, inside and out, and it was a real joy to have him here. He showed me a couple things and helped me fix and make some adjustments to Bart. Let's go check it out. Up in here is a little tiny oil line. It's notorious for breaking off, and you lose your oil pressure and your engine's done. There's no way to reconcile that. Once it goes, it's gone. And then we adjusted the boost pressure. Right here's a special tool that Sean made, and we adjusted it. We actually had to watch one of his old videos to remember what he did. The goo tube. This is for all the oil that spews over the top, the breather tube. And it was going down by my dipstick and right on my drive line. It was hitting the drive line and throwing it all over the bottom of the engine. So from now on, this should be a little cleaner. Thanks, Sean. So last night, about 3:45 in the morning, that is, Evan was uncovered and rolling around. So I got up to cover him up and make sure he was just all nice and comfortable. And I look out the window and I was just thinking how peaceful the night was. And I looked over at
sleeping so
oh
good.
yes, I looked over at Sean's rig and he was mentioning how they just love camping out here where it's so quiet. And I was thinking, oh, they're getting a good night's sleep. Lay down and all of a sudden I started hearing a truck coming up from the distance. Just all this noise. And it kept getting closer and closer, and finally it came over the hill. And it was a four-wheel drive truck, but the guy had it in two-wheel drive. It was a dually.
And it's a pretty gnarly road, like one little section.
It is.
So you could hear it revving up.
And he's just spinning and throwing rocks. Anyway, he comes over the hill and he drives up. And Catherine and I are kind of awake by this time, and I started looking.
Fully awake.
I took the pillows out of the pass-through so I could see what was coming because my hood is facing right towards him. And he gets out, he takes a pee, and he's stumbling all over the place. And he's yelling, and then his girlfriend's taking a pee, or somebody, and she falls down over the hill on the other side because she's too drunk to stand up. And he comes over and he's yelling at us, "Morning, sunshine," and tried to tell us we weren't allowed to camp here. We weren't supposed to be here because he's a local, so he's the authority.
Of course.
And he was just antagoning us, trying to get us to engage him. And we did, and I turned my lights on him. I didn't really slow him down at all. He was trying to get Sean to come out of his rig, and just a real kind of angry drunk, you could tell. So it was a losing situation if we engaged him in any way. So he finally got tired and pulled up to the top of the road there and turned around and sat there for, I don't know, an hour and a half. And then we heard him driving down the hill and kind of antagonizing some other campers. So
yeah, I mean, we feel pretty semi-invincible with our big trucks, but I can't imagine if you're in a tent or in a small van, you feel kind of vulnerable in a situation like that.
Yeah. So I don't think we'll get a visit from him tonight, but you never know.
No, probably not.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if he comes?
Wake up again.
Wake me up.
Not something we want to have to deal with again, I guess.
Let's hope we need to. Out for a ride with their motorcycle and electric scooter, and apparently the motor or something froze up on the scooter about 2 miles away. So Willow came back to get some gear to go down and rescue him. I don't know if that's the exact word, but rescue his broken apparatus. Getting all the bugs off Estelle. To see if I can fix the windshield washer reservoir. I think there's a hole in there, so I'm gonna pull it out and see. So I can see where it's leaking. I'm gonna have to take it apart and see if I can figure out how to replace an O-ring or whatever it is in there. Basically leads all the fluid down to that point and then sloshes around.
I offered to help, but they all refused my help, so I'm sitting here watching.
You're good at it, dear. You're good at it. So I'm gonna try and fix this with some vinyl tape, make this a little fatter so it puts more pressure on the rubber washer. We'll see how it works. I think I fixed it. The best way to tell though is to put it right above your eye, and and then you'll know.
And Ray.
It's called Redneck.
Redneck fix.
Redneck Ray.
Redneck
Oh, that might stick. I don't want that to be a handle on the. I might make that a handle on YouTube. Redneck Ray. It's more like 101 million uses for electrical tape.
You'll see him.
Oh.
We towed it.
Did you?
We towed him on it to about 1.5 miles. Nuts. The rope was kinetic,
Yeah.
and it's sliding around on this.
So you
And,
just hide it down there in the brush, the scooter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
100
easy.
pounds.
Yeah, that's not uneasy.
No. Super fun, though.
Little adventure. So you didn't need to run this morning after all, huh, Sean?
Holy freaking ridiculous.
So yeah, wheel just lock up, or the motors froze?
The motor's broke.
Hey, little buddy. I saw
Hub's
your
locked
name
up.
written
Hub's
down in
locked
the
up on it.
dust on there.
Both of them.
Both of them are locked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to pull with her motorcycle and the thing's just struggling.
Come on.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll be easier.
No. If I leave it there, somebody's going to take it. Those people probably saw it already.
What are you going to do? Are you taking Abel down right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least
Otherwise
the
you
bed's
won't-
up.
We won't be there.
That guy beat it up pretty good last night, didn't he?
This is terrible.
Well, we woke up and it's almost winter, right?
Yeah.
Wind was blowing.
Big weather change from yesterday.
Wind was blowing last night. The cloud was covering us, but gorgeous day.
Yeah.
Hey, really enjoyed spending time with you guys, and glad you could we get to know you a little bit.
We had a great time.
Yeah, go back to the real world, right?
Other real world.
This is the real world right here.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yep. Don't forget to check out Sean's channel.